Good morning, everyone. Another Tuesday has rolled around and it's time for another terrific Tuesday card. My name is Sherry Minnie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. I live in beautiful Colorado in a small rural town about 45 minutes northeast of Denver. The town is called Keensburg. Today I'm going to be doing a masculine themed card. I made mine into a birthday card, but you could choose whatever occasion you might need it to be. And I'm using things from the new mini catalog that goes through the end of April. And here is our card. So I will show you the things that I have used on this card. It's a bundle that's in the mini catalog. It's called Legendary Ride, and it's all about motorcycles and cool things like that. So if you're into that, or you have a close one or somebody you know that's into motorcycles, this is a great set for that. It also comes with a die set, which we are not using any of the dies today, but you can build a really neat looking motorcycle with this die set. There's a lot of parts and pieces, but it is really neat looking when you get it all finished. And then I'm also using the Scalloped Contours dies. We'll be using the two largest ones on our card for the front. We are only using 2 ink pads today, the Early Espresso and the Soft Suede. And let me see, I think that's really it for the materials that we're going to be using. Oh, I did use some, and I forgot to bring those over. I used some little embellishments. They're classic matte dots, and I didn't bring any of those over, but that's the only other things I've used. So in your packet you have your envelope, you have a crumb cake card base. This is standard 8.5 by 5.5, scored down the middle at 4 1/4. You'll have a piece of Very Vanilla. This is 4 by 5 1/4. This is for your inside layer. You'll have a piece of designer series paper for your envelope flap. You will have a small piece of, this is for, we're going to stamp our motorcycle on, and this is 2 5/8 by 3 7/8. You'll have a couple of pieces of designer series paper and cardstock that I used to decorate the inside. And then we'll have Early Espresso in the largest frame from Scalloped Contours, and then Soft Suede. And I just thought of something else I think I forgot, but we'll carry on with what I have in here, and if I have to stop and go get something, I will. So I think we're going to do our stamping first, get that out of the way. And so I have everything loaded on the stamp apparatus that we're going to be using, and the first thing we're going to do is stamp our motorcycle. And we will do that on this little scrap here. Like I said, this is 2 5/8 by 3 7/8, and it's a pretty tight fit. And I don't even know if I'm going to use my magnet. Sorry, I had a momentary mental block there. So I'm going to use the Soft Suede, and I do need a quick piece of scrap paper, which I should have here in my office without any trouble. Let me find it. Because the reason we need scrap paper, we're going to stamp off. So we're going to ink this big motorcycle up with the Soft Suede. Take that little piece out. Make sure it's good and inked. Close up my ink pad. Put my scrap piece of paper in here. And we're going to stamp off so that our motorcycle's not quite so dark. Whoa, about dropped that. That was a good catch. Did you see that? All right, then our little piece goes back in, making sure it's snug in the corners. Use my little tool to help me get even pressure. Okay, there we go. There's our little motorcycle. Well, our big motorcycle. Then I'm going to take this off. This is a nice thing about the Stamparatus. You can put more than one set of stamps on to help you get everything done. And now I'll put this back up in here. This is going to be our happy birthday greeting. Put that on there. For the happy birthday greeting, we are going to use the Early Espresso. We'll just ink that up. Put this down. Again, you could put any greeting here that you wanted to. It would work perfectly fine. There's our happy birthday. And then for the inside, we have this piece. And I have, so on the Stamparatus, you can use both sides of your little acrylic plate here. So I have the inside greeting on the opposite side. I do think I'll clean this other side off a little bit just so we don't end up with ink everywhere. I'll get my little foam thing here. I forgot what they call it. I use it all the time. Such a nice way to clean your stamps, and it doesn't take any time at all. All right, and then we're going to ink up our greeting for the inside. Whoops, I see what I did. I almost put this in the wrong orientation. That would have not been good. This card goes this way, which is not something I normally do. Okay, and we'll put this down. Just this is a solid stamp, so that's why I did the Stamparatus. That way if I don't get a good clean stamp, which I would rather have that just a wee bit darker, I can ink it up. As long as I don't move my cardstock, I can ink it up and have another shot at it, and there's a nice dark greeting. Okay, that's for that. That's with the Stamparatus. And then we will take our envelope, and I believe I used soft suede on that. And we will take soft suede. I have a smaller motorcycle image here. I'm going to ink it up and just stamp it down here in the corner of my envelope. And we are done stamping. So then to put it together, we start out, we'll do the inside first. And what I'm going to do here is I have these two little pieces. And I've kind of flagged the ends of them. So we're going to lay them together, but make sure that your diagonal is going the same direction on both pieces. I will take this. Hopefully my glue will come out. Put a little bit of glue down it. Line it up. And as I've said before, the reason I like to use the green glue is it gives me time to move it around. If I do it quickly, it gives me time to move it around and adjust it, okay? And then we're going to take this, put some glue on the back of here. And we're just going to put this kind of up in the corner. I moved it in maybe 1/4 of an inch from the edge. Just a little bit different treatment for the inside of the card. Then I will take my card base, my Stampin' Seal, and I will Some on there. This is really a fairly quick card. I had to have an emergency birthday card. I forgot my own brother's birthday, so I had to make one very quickly. So I thought this worked well, and he's into motorcycles, so this was a quick and easy card to get in the mail for him. And I think I even got it on in time. He should get it on his birthday or maybe a day after, but just never know with the mail anymore. So there's our inside done. Now we'll take our pieces for our outside, and the first thing we'll do is glue these together. So again, I'm using the Stampin' Seal. Try to get this in this, it just really fits nicely in the center of this darker brown piece if you just kind of eyeball it, and hopefully you can get it in there somewhat straight. Okay, now this piece, this is what I did not bring over. I took my early espresso pad, and I took a little dauber thing, and I inked it up, and I just went around the edges. And I have one here that I've already done to darken up the edges, so that when you got done, you had something that stood out a little bit better on your piece there. I also put dimensionals on the back of this. But before we put that on, we're going to put this on our card front, because it's easier to put it before there's any dimensionals kind of holding it up. And here's our card front. And we will put this on there. And then we will take this piece, and if I can find my pokey tool, we'll take off the dimensionals backings. I went crazy with the dimensionals, as I usually do. Come on, there, didn't want to come off. And then this fits, as you can see the stitching that's along here, this fits right inside of that stitching with just a tiny border, kind of on the ends. The top and the bottom doesn't have much of a border. Okay, and then if I had brought my little embellishments in, we would take one here and put it in the center of the wheels, and I will do that before I finish this card. So that is it for today. Fairly quick and easy card. Here's the one we just did. Oh, one other thing. Of course, I don't need to show you this, but I'll do it anyway since it's part of the plan here. Forgot to do our envelope. As we usually do, just take my glue, run a bead around the envelope flap. Take this, lay it along the fold line of your flap. Let's dry in just a minute. I'll put my lid on my green glue so I don't have it running all over. And then I will take my scissors and, as usual, rest them up against the flap of the envelope and just go around the edges. We have another beautiful sunny day in Colorado. We've kind of come out of our deep freeze, although we usually have quite a bit of snow in February and a lot in March, so we'll see how long it lasts. Don't mind the snow so much as long as it's not frigid cold. I would definitely prefer rain, but that's not going to happen in Colorado, so it is what it is, and we'll be thankful for every drop of moisture that we can get. Okay, there we go. So here are our two cards that we did today. So I hope you enjoyed this. I thank each and every one of you for watching this. We are having our February card classes next week, next Thursday and next Friday. The invites have been sent out. If you'd like to come, just reply. Or you can reach me at my email at suaddicted@gmail.com. All of this product is available in my online store, which is sherrymini.stampinup.net. And I will be posting this onto my blog later today, along with a link to this video. And that is simplylovestampin.com. So have a great rest of your day. Thank you for spending your time with me, and may God bless each and every one of you. And I'll talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.